Was it yesterday you flew into the UK?
It was.
Indeed.
How are you dealing with the jet lag?
Personally, not well.
And you know what? The crazy dramatic weather shift is also not helping.
That's what I was going to ask, because it's not normally like this in the UK.
The Beast from the East.
The Beast from the East has come. Is that the name of the new album? Because I think that's a sick name for an album.
Yeah, it should be.
If you haven't got an album name yet, then we are sorted for that.
Yeah,
What's your best cure for jet lag when you're kind of properly struggling? What do you need in your life?
I mean, a good pint doesn't go astray.
Maybe even two.
Maybe even two. I don't know how acceptable it is on the radio to say that.
I always try to work out, get some oxygen going. That's the most rational thing you could do. But yeah, you just ride it out. I get crazy. I start coming up with crazy ideas and stuff.
Have you had any solid ideas this trip?
No, not solid ideas, more, but you know, 10 go in
ideas nonetheless.
10 go in the trash and one remains.
One's gold.
Every idea will lead to a good idea eventually. That's what the Snake. See, that's
you should put that on some t-shirts, man. That's nice.
I mean, if I can get those printed and if I can get you guys to promo it on your Instagram, then I think we've got a good business deal going here.
Yeah, send us some over.
We'll sort it. You are everywhere at the moment, promoting your new single, Want You Back. You're on TV shows all over the radio.
Yes, it's very annoying for the public.
What's the question that you're getting the most at the moment, just so we can get it out the way?
There's two of them.
Okay.
It's mainly about the guy's dogs. I don't have a dog, so they ask a lot of questions about the dogs and if I like the dogs, and the answer is yes, I do like the dogs.
There seems to be two current ones. If we creep on fan group DMs and if we think pineapple on pizza is a good move. I don't know if everyone talks to each other about the questions, but those three have been pretty prominent.
Okay, let's clear it up once and for all. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Let's go around. Ash?
No.
Luke?
No.
Michael?
Yes.
I'm going to say yes.
The best pizza that you can get is a barbecue cheese pizza, thin crust with pineapples.
That sounds solid. Does it have a stuffed crust on the thin crust as well? Or is it just solidly thin?
Just thin. Just,
okay.
You got to watch the figures somehow.
Let's go around 5 seconds of summer and let's choose the ideal hangover meal. You know, if you're in your worst situation ever, if you've had a couple of pints, as you've said.
All right, now we're talking.
The ideal hangover
expertise.
Meal. Go.
I'm a big fan of the tater tots, or potato gems as we call them in Australia. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Potato gems sound like they were digging for just months to find this beautiful potato gem. I like that name way better.
They're like tiny little chunks of potato, but they're deep fried.
Oh, they sound amazing.
Just loads of
What are they called here?
I don't know if we've got them. I don't think I've ever seen them. We have these little potato things that are a British custom, which are in the shape of smiley faces.
Oh, yes, I've had those.
They're good with ketchup.
Yes.
Same stuff.
And barbecue sauce, solid oats. Okay,
The
so we've got,
hard-hitting questions.
so we've got tater tots as one of the best hangover meals. What are the other three?
A pack of prawn cocktail crisps.
I mean, full English is pretty good since we're here.
Yeah.
Cheeky Nando's.
Solid.
Cheeky
So we've got a
Nando's.
cheeky Nando's, a full English, a packet of prawn cocktail crisps and some tater tots.
We're basically English now, right?
Yeah, it seems like you've converted. Did you know there was one point 2 months ago where the people who made prawn cocktail crisps put them up for a vote and they were going to get rid of them?
They could not.
How would you deal with that?
Well, they've turned to the dark side, who produces those.
Walkers.
Well, I'm coming after them.
You're coming up. 5
You better
seconds of
start
summer.
running.
Oh, there
I
it
mean,
goes.
to be fair, Worcestershire and prawn cocktails they're kind of the same thing.
They're pretty similar.
They're very similar.
KMFM.
We need to talk about you touring all over the world from March, including a date. You're coming back to London in April.
Yes.
What's the best night out you've ever had whilst you're touring? Because I can imagine 5 seconds of summer nights out are solid.
They're pretty solid. You know, we first fell in love with the nightlife in Newcastle, actually, which was ridiculous. We're all into different stuff, though. That's the thing. As we get older, we all like to go out and do different types of things. I haven't been out with Michael on a solid night out in a little while. He's about due for one.
He's a responsible
It's
fellow.
coming.
I love the dive rock bars.
Yeah,
which
we're
is
into
a lot
that.
of them in London, so it's good.
If you're on a night out and if your night out's a bit awful at the time, for each of you, if one song could come on that would just change the night from like a 2 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10, what song would it be?
I got to think about this one.
You know what's in my head? This is going to be very English.
Okay.
But if I'm out at a rock bar and, like, I don't know, some wombats come on,
Oh, I like the Wombats, yeah.
that'd be good. Let's dance to Joy Division and celebrate the irony. Everything is going wrong. Lads.
Okay.
Do you want the verse as well? 'Cause he could do that.
Yeah, if we could get
I'm
that
back
as...
in Liverpool. I got the whole song down.
That is a strong accent. I can tell you've been practicing that as well.
Yeah.
When you're on the tour bus, who's the most annoying?
We're all annoying, but we've kind of learned over the years when people need their space, because
Yeah.
I think it's a big factor.
Well,
when
you
you're-
haven't learned.
when you're in a band, you got to learn each other's boundaries, or else it just kind of gets a little bit.
Yeah,
Gets
I think we're all equally annoying except for Callum, who's the most annoying.
I am the most annoying.
And- Nah, it's actually you.
It's probably me. I'm pretty quiet and easygoing, but I just have some pretty awful jokes.
Does anyone have any weird tour, like weird travel habits?
Michael definitely has a bunch.
Okay, come on.
I don't remember what they are. I just remember knowing.
you know that I have them, but you
They
don't know what
actually
they
don't
are?
have them anymore. You used to have this thing. I don't know if we ever talked about it, where you used to take chips like
Oh my
fries
God.
from the bowl, and you do the sprinkle over.
that has nothing to do with traveling.
You're gonna have to describe that to me, because obviously with radio. So what's he doing over the bowl?
He's like he's got his,
He's not being respectful
he's got his
that
thumb.
other people are eating out of the bowl. He's sprinkling his waste salt in there. He's licking his fingers. He's spritzing it back in the fries. He doesn't understand hygiene.
with a thumb, middle, and index finger.
I just don't want the salt to go to waste.
I didn't know there was like a double dip going on, but for salt, I didn't realise that was a thing until today.
Now you know. Don't do it.
You laugh.
You'll be ridiculed by
You
it for the
laugh.
rest of your life.
You laugh now, but after 7 years of
Never
putting up
lived
with
it
it.
down.
Yeah, I can imagine it. I can imagine you get furious. Let's talk about music. We have avoided a lot about music. Your new single, Want You Back, it's sounding so good on the radio at the moment.
Oh,
Thank
thanks,
you.
mate.
Tell me a bit about how that track came about.
That track came about quite naturally. It was the last song we wrote for the album. So all of the other songs we'd actually written, it was interesting to write kind of the whole album and have a bigger idea of what it was going to sound like, and then write that at the end. And it just started on a piano with the lyrics and the verse, and then it went into the chorus, and it happened very quickly. Like, it was written within a couple of hours, like 2 hours, and when we finished it, we're like, oh, okay. And then when we got it back, it was like, oh, damn, this is like, could be first single. And then that's how it kind of happened.
And you mentioned the album. Is the album done?
It is done, yes.
It's finished.
So when can we expect the album?
We'll give everyone a date pretty soon.
When can we expect the announcement for the date?
We can,
That's good. I like that.
we can announce the date pretty soon.
Okay, so when can we expect the announcement for the announcement for the date?
We can announce the announcement pretty soon.
We got a solid 5 minutes left on this interview. Have you got a name for the album yet?
Yeah, we can announce the name for the album pretty soon.
Okay.
Yes, we do have a name for the album, but it's not ready to be sent out into the ether yet.
Can you give the worst clue imaginable, a clue that nobody could get, but then I feel like we've got a bit of an exclusive?
Yeah, so the cover of the album is it's a white background. Everyone picture it if you're listening. It's a white background with a dollop of ketchup in the top left corner with one of those smiley face potato gems in the middle. And it says, "Have a nice day" at the bottom. That's the name of the album.
That's
Named
named
after Bon Jovi.
Now, I think, we all can agree that's a powerful
That is
musical
solid.
statement.
Yeah, 100%, especially the potato smiles. It's nice that you're kind of throwing back to your British fans as well. That's really nice of you guys to do that for us.
It's important. It's important.
Thank you so much, guys, for coming on the show.
No, thanks for having us,
Thank you,
mate.
man.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
And I'm going to hit play on Want You Back now. Can I get you
Let's
guys
do
to
it.
introduce it, please?
Yep. Hey, this is 5 Seconds of Summer, and this is our new song, Want You Back.
KMFM.
Can't help but wondering if this is the last time that I'll see your face.